Okay, we've got this marvellous wilding weekend, and at the wilding weekend it's been made so much more joyful by the bunting. And the bunting comes from Bushbells, and Jax is behind Bushbells, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about how it's made and also what it's supporting.
Well, thank you very much, Julia. As you can see, there's a lovely arcade here of bunting, and the great thing about our bunting is that it's all made from our offcuts, which stops excessive textiles falling into landfill, which I feel very passionate about, and I know Julia does as well. We have a very small production team, all based in Watamu on the Kenyan coast, which is where I spent all my childhood, really. I was lucky enough to grow up in East Africa. And essentially we started it as a visceral response to help a man who was a dear friend of ours called Sammy support his 3 children. He was an amazing tailor, and he sadly was widowed. And we thought, how can we get him more work? And that's like, there's that great adage, you don't give a man a fish, you teach him how to fish and he can feed his village for life. So that was sort of the idea. I was very lucky to meet Julia back in 2008, and there were lots of correlating ideas and whatever. In fact, you visited the first school we built, didn't you?
Yeah, no, it was amazing, because in Kenya, children have to pay for their education. And so it really does mean something, and it's quite difficult for them to do that. But there's not even, good schools for them to go to. And so Bushbells has been using the money that they've got from all the things. It's not just bunting, it's lovely clothes and all sorts of things. I've got a lovely dog lead as well from Bushbells, but they're using the money for that to support and build new schools and then keep them running.
Yeah, and the key thing was, I don't know if you can see it, but the kikoy fabric is a very loose weave fabric. And funny enough, when I was growing up in Kenya, you could only find kikoys in Kenya. But now we live in a bit of a global village. But the signature is bright, happy, sunshiny colours. So Sammy, who was a wonderful tailor, we said, we'll just start making some lovely fun pull-ons and we'll sell those and build another classroom. And that's sort of how we started. And our second school is called Bluebells. You can read all about the stories. We have volunteers at the school now, who add a great value to the whole community. But if you follow me on Instagram, which is @Bushbells, you can read more of the stories. But thank you very much for your time, and thank you, Julia, for all your support.
I'd just like to say that Jax is an Instagram star because she does the most hilarious videos. So it's well worth going to the Bushbells. It's @Bushbells to go and have a look to see these completely mad Instagram posts that she does. But it's a really good cause to support.
And the most important thing is if you're around Dorset, don't miss out on this fantastic wilding weekend, because it's exceptional what Jamie and Julia have created here.